There's a few things that I left off on the last show that I figured I'd set up for you guys to give you another piece of the pie just for you to enjoy on this wonderful day. But y'all already know, week 1 is in the books. It's in the books. We've seen who won, we saw who lost, but there's still a couple of games that I didn't touch on. And I got to talk about them. I got to give them to you because you know what? We got to see the 2024 HBCU national champs stand tall. They stood tall and firm. But we got another team out there that's building brick by brick, and they letting folks know we ain't nothing to play with. They got some things they got to clean up. We're gonna talk about exactly what those things are right after this. You know it's your favorite coach back at it again. 10 toes down, about to tell you how it all went down. This is Tomorrow Leader Sports Network with your host, Coach Walker. If you're new to the channel, please like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you can get all upcoming videos. For all my leaders out there, welcome back. Y'all know the drill. Y'all know the routine. If you haven't done so already, please like, comment, and share these videos. And tap in a friend or two and tell them to come on in. It's nothing but positive vibes. We're just having a good time talking about HBCU sports. And don't forget, you can follow us on all social media platforms. The links are listed down below in the description. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump on in this thing. Because they're like, Coach, what's your take on everything that took place this weekend? We got the first one. And again, once again, I got to say, y'all give me a moment of silence for Mr. Craig Hall. You know, hey, that man there was a phenomenal dude. He was always about the kids. That's the one thing that I liked about that young man, especially from the conversation that he and I used to have together on the phone. And we're part of the beard gang, too. So, you know, you got to give him a dog a little shout out there. So I'm uplifting him right now because I know the family might be going through some things. And I can understand how that is right now when a loved one has moved on from us. So I just want to give that man his props for that. But, guys, let's go with that moment of silence right now. All right, let's get into this thing, because I know, listen, it was some jabs thrown out there, boy, in this game. And the reason why, hey, listen, I know this one here going to have Mr. Hall, Mr. Craig Hall, happy as all outside because he used to stand tall for this team. Yes, sir, I'm talking about none other than Texas Southern University. When Mr. Andrew Body was over there playing quarterback for them folks, he stood tall for them folks, boy, letting everybody know, hey, listen, y'all better get ready because we coming in here with the smoke. We want it all. We want it all. We want you to bring it to us, hey, from beginning to end. And you know what? That's how Coach Dishman kicked this thing off in the beginning when they had the pregame conference, you know, where everybody was there, all the jokes was made, and everybody kiki, hee, hee, ha, ha, and all this other good stuff.
Yeah. I was excited to play a game like this. Of course, our fans, our moms, and everybody would be excited. First and foremost, I'd like to thank Tremaine for this wonderful song he gave us. I wonder if he can sing that song after. I think it's something Atlanta or something he was singing one day. Oh, yeah, he was horrible.
It was cute, but you know what? You had Coach Jackson sitting over there looking like, these Really? Really? Okay, he let you know exactly what was going on. But you know what? Listen, that Labor Day Classic was something to watch because it really had everybody tuning into how this game was going to turn out. And I've said before, whoever wins this game, I've said in the past 3 seasons, well, this is the 3rd season, I'm going to say it again. But the season before, I said he's going to win the West. I've been wrong. This season, I might have a strong opportunity there where that might change. Because I'm going to be honest with you. This team here, Coach Tremaine Jackson got over there for Prairie View A&M. He got them young men believing the fight. You got to fight for 4 quarters. This is not you come in, you play, you think you got somebody pinned down, and that's the game. No, you're coming out here to fight for 4 quarters. And I got to give Mr. Cameron Peters, who was the player of the game, I got to give him his props. That young man threw the ball 40 times, completing 24 for 301 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Now, Chase Bingman, he had 83 yards on 15 rushes. So I want to give these young men their props because, like I stated before, they want to hear their names get talked about too. So I wanted to give them that also. KJ Cooper for Texas Southern, he completed 12 passes out of 21 for 132 yards, 1 touchdown. Now, Athenian Renfro rushed the ball 14 times for 62 yards and 1 touchdown. Now, this is the kicker, though. The game, look, Prairie View A&M defense helped them secure this game, and I'm gonna tell you why. If you didn't get to see the game, they stopped Texas Southern was inside the 1 yard line, which they got a safety. Funny thing was, Texas Southern, they got the ball back. They drove. They stopped them on defense. They got the ball back, 16-14. They drive down the field, score, touchdown. They left a minute and 16 seconds on the daggone clock. For one thing I kept asking myself, like, are they going to manage this clock? Are they still playing against Coach Tremaine and the PV Panthers, or are they going to sit there and say, hey, we got to manage this damn clock? Because if we don't manage this clock, what is the possibilities of them getting down this field and scoring a touchdown? It happened. It freaking happened. And once again, details. We got to know where the ball is. We got to know where the ball is at out there on the field. If we don't know where the ball is out there on the field, guess what? Draws down, game over. And that's what happened. Yes, PV was able to walk off that thing with a touchdown, 22-21 in the game, winning the Labor Day Classic, in which I'm sure some folks is going to be sitting there trying to figure out, like, wait a minute. But you know what? If I'm mistaken, Coach Dishman, you told Coach Jackson to make sure he gets some grass, get him some grass, after the game, thinking that the team was going to beat him. You said you had the best 11 out there for, I say, almost, 3 3/4 of a game. That's a damn good game with both 11 out there on the field was playing their behinds out. The only problem was execution in the end, in which that did not happen. But I got to say this. Penalties. Woo! Penalties and turnovers, boy, was keys in this game right here. Because if I'm not mistaken, PV, you had 15 penalties for 160 yards. Man, that is nuts. If any other team y'all pull that on, guys, y'all gonna suffer an L with that one. You got away with it today. Because one thing I would say is this. Texas Southern offense, they got an offense that can run that ball behind Renfro, but you got to get that passing game together. The passing game, they kind of made you guys a little more one-dimensional. And when you couldn't get off rushing the ball, even though you was averaging like 4 yards a carry, you guys couldn't get off. They shut that garbage down. And when you tried to pass the ball, you couldn't pass it, or you guys would get penalized. You got penalized a lot, too, in this game. I think you got, 8 for 68 yards. So that's not good either. But both teams, you got to clean that up. This was a phenomenal game. But Coach Dishman, Coach Jackson get to sing his song, man.
Whoa. Stay focused. There is a place I want to go. The name of the place ringing in my ear. Atlanta. Atlanta is the land of the purple and gold. Oh, the land of the purple and gold.
And regardless if you don't like it or not, guess what? He marching on with that boy. He is marching on with that thing, and there's nothing nobody can say or do about it until you stop him and beat him. So trust and believe, this is how this thing going to go down. But guys, we're going to go on to the national champions, 2024 HBCU national champions, Jackson State University. You had Jackson State versus Hampton University, and boy, when I say the social media climate was so crazy when it came to this game, everybody wanted to see Jackson State get a boot to the face. They want them folks to lose so bad, it ain't even funny, boy. They told, look, we tired of hearing y'all brag about y'all damn team. Y'all team is okay, but y'all ain't gonna repeat. Y'all ain't gonna do nothing. Y'all about to get slapped upside the head by Hampton University. Y'all ain't got nothing for them folks. And Coach T.C. Taylor and the folks came out there and showed you. They still got a little bit left in the tank, baby. Y'all got to come out there and play some ball. Again, this is week one. Week one, you expect to see some things, and a lot of things you expect to see kind of not so much chaotic. But, I mean, in this instance here, there's a lot of stuff that, just left me wondering, okay, what's going on? But I got to give it up to Hampton University. They came out there and showed that they were going to be prepared to play. But you know what? The mental mistakes were costly in the game. You run into Jackson State punter. I'm like, why? What are we doing here? Not only that, but then you muff a punt. I mean, it was like thing after thing after thing after thing. I mean, when you do that to yourself, you're going to have yourself in a hole in the game. But I got to give it up to Coach Boykins for his gamesmanship for sure. He went out there. I mean, I don't know how many times we've seen this happen. We've seen a coach pull out his quarterback, put in another quarterback, and the quarterback get the offense to flowing and doing his thing. Crazy thing is, in this game, the two quarterbacks that he used in this game, Isaiah Freeman, who to me is more so a rusher. He rushed the ball, 13 times, had 94 yards rushing the ball, averaged 7.2 yards per carry, dual threat quarterback. But he wasn't really that efficient early on throwing passes to the Pirates receivers. So he brought in Braden Davis. Braden Davis came in, got the offense clicking, got him moving a little bit more in the game. And, Braden Davis for the day, he went 11-12 for 84 yards. Even though he didn't throw a touchdown pass, Jack State found a way to get to him to keep them from putting more points up on the board. Freeman on the day who started the game, threw 17 passes, completed 10 for 117, had one touchdown, one interception. But again, like I stated before, I can say this. For Hampton, they were trying to figure out who's going to really lead this team going into the season at the quarterback position. For Jackson State, it proved to them and it got them mentally prepared as far as how they're going to deal with a dual threat quarterback. Wanting to come pull that ball down and take off and get up and down the field. So there's a lot of things that was learned in this game that a lot of folks are not going to understand. But even, when you look at what Jack State was able to do on the offensive side of the ball, Jacoby Morgan didn't have a great game. Just going to be honest with you. He threw the ball 15 times, he threw the ball 30 times, completed 15 for 147 yards. He didn't have any touchdown passes. Now, with that being said, yes, there was some timing off. There was a little touch, some touch issues on the ball as far as getting the ball down the field. Those are things that can be corrected as the season goes on, and that's for both of these teams. They got a lot of things that can be corrected for them to get themselves mentally prepared as they move on through the season, making sure that those things don't come back to bite them in the behind when they got an opportunity to put more points on the board and put a team away and not allow them to have any type of feelings like they're possibly in the game. So, I mean, we get a chance to want to put somebody away. You want to put their ass away and not play no games with them. And in this instance, they kind of gave Hampton the mindset thinking that they could possibly get back in this thing and might win the game. But Jack State defense was able to hold them off, keeping them from doing that very thing, and they got the W on the day. But the man of the hour is none other than Ahmad Miller. This kid, man, listen, this young man averaged 15 yards a carry. I mean, it's like just give him the ball. He brought another 15, another 15. I'm like, God almighty. This young man bust one right before the half. I'm sitting there like, wait a minute. They ain't running the ball for the half. I said, okay, they just gonna let the clock. They just gonna go ahead and go into the half, whatever. This kid cracked one for 50 yards. He was 2 yards short from getting in the end zone. I'm like, wait a minute. Boy, if somebody don't slow down that lightning in the bottle, this kid here is going to, he's going to show out for real. Now, Denario Davenport was another young man that was out there. First time seeing him. He rushed the ball 6 times for 37 yards. He had a rush touchdown. Ahmad Miller had 2 rush touchdowns on the day. Can't forget that. Morgan also added to the rush total, which he had 7 rushes for 53 yards. So Jackson State in total and, combined, all of the runners out there, they had 305 yards on the ground. So if they're able to bust your head on the ground like that, guys, it's going to be a long day, especially if they're able to go ahead and manage that clock to keep people from getting their offenses back out there on the field, make some things happen to put points on the board. And I can't forget about Amari Matthews. He had 4 rushes as well, 7 yards, and he had a touchdown score also. But, Jack State is moving on to play Southern Mississippi, which everybody's waiting to see how this game going to turn out. This is definitely going to be a damn good test for them to see exactly what they're going to do. Hopefully, everybody's injury free. They're ready to get out there and play next week. Get focused on the task. Understand what the job is. Don't allow this Hampton win to blow your head up thinking like, hey, we can't be stopped. Trust me, everybody's coming to knock your block off because you are now the hunted. You're not the hunter, you are the hunted. And they come to hunt you just like Hampton University came into Jackson looking to god doggone hunt you down and let you know, hey, listen, y'all ain't who y'all think y'all are. So make sure y'all get out there and handle your business this week and do what you got to do. Hampton University, they're moving on to play Elizabeth City State University. I'm like, woo, wait a minute. Yes, they're playing them this week. So they got them this upcoming Saturday. But I got something new for y'all. I got something new for y'all. Let me share this with y'all. Because I had somebody ask me, Coach, what you think? So I'm gonna drop this on you guys right here. Let me go ahead and give you the question. This came from one of the comments. They're like, I enjoy watching my PV Panthers. I understand why SWAC didn't give any of our players any props in an important division win because they always ignore PV. Excuse my dog. He gets a little spunky for whatever reason. Don't know why. Ain't nothing going on. He said, hey, I've never seen a dog in my life that can sit down and watch television. Ain't nobody in there sitting with him. I'm like, this dude got his own little blanket. He lay on his blanket on the couch and just sit there and watch TV. I'm like, this joke act like he paid some rent around this piece or something. But forgive the noise in the background. But let me get back to the question. I do apologize. I stepped off that for a second. Forgive me. McDog7. He said, I enjoy watching my, I hope this, because this came from McDog7. I enjoy watching my PV Panthers. I understand why the SWAC didn't give any of our players any props in an important division win because they always ignore PV. But why do you think they made Body co-offensive player of the week instead of just giving it to him alone? This SWAC is wild. Well, y'all want to know what Coach think? I'm going to give you an answer. I'm going to tell you right now. This answer is going to be something that y'all ain't going to like. I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm going to be totally real with you. Y'all not going to like to answer this question because I'm going to say this. I thought the same thing. I did. I thought the same thing. I'm like, why didn't they give Body the PV? Excuse me. Why did they give Body the SWAC Player of the Week? I said that. As a matter of fact, I am on record. I am on wax saying he is the SWAC Player of the Week. Give it to him. And that was before anybody else had played. But looking at everything that went on this weekend, you had Ahmad Miller. He had 180 yards on 12 rushes, 2 touchdown scores, averages 17 plus yards per carry. You had Cameron Peters. We can't forget, not only that, you had Cameron Peters. Cameron Peters had 301 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception on completing 24 passes out of 40. Now, my take is, why didn't they go co-player? I know y'all like coach, that's a bit too much. But you got to understand one thing. If they weren't going to give it to someone outright and you're going to do a co-offensive player of the week, then the guys that won, as well as the guy that didn't win, all of them should have been there together if that's the way we're going to do it. That's all coach is saying. Now, I know that's not the straight up and down way that y'all want it to be said or answered, but I'm giving it to you from the standpoint of based on how they did it. So I'm like, listen, if you guys are going to give it to, if you're going to give a player, you're going to give one player who didn't win co-MVP for the week, or co-player for the week. You give someone else who did win co-player of the week, but you forgot about another cat that he went out there and balled. Matter of fact, he had the winning touchdown that led his team to victory in the Labor Day Classic. You can't forget that either. So that I believe the SWAC, I believe, slipped up on that part where they should have added that young man to the list as far as him getting the award as well. But guys, hey, I'm going to go ahead and get on out this thing. Hey, if y'all like that Coach What You Think segment, y'all make sure y'all leave your questions down below, and I will put those questions into the show to answer whatever it is that you want to ask me. But guys, your favorite coach going to go ahead and get up on out this thing. But until next time, be the one and lead.